All right, we are in New York City, right? We're in Manhattan.
I hope so.
If you go this way, if you go east, there's the East River, and on the other side of that is Long Island City. You'll see the Pepsi sign there.
It's really growing big time.
It's really growing, and it's one subway stop over there, so a lot of people are moving over there. A lot of the young kids live there because it's a little less expensive than living in the city. And Amazon, that's where they wanted to put their big headquarters and bring 25,000 jobs to the area?
Just 25,000 jobs for a new headquarters that would pay on average $150,000 per year. Now, keep in mind, here in New York...
That's the average salary?
The average salary. Wow. The anti-corporate activists got what they wanted, though, because yesterday Amazon said, look, we're getting too much heat from local politicians, state politicians, who have been critical about their tax breaks and the secrecy of negotiations. So we're going to pull out. And, you know, we're going to devote more energies into our facilities in Nashville, which is close to Federal Express, and down in Washington, D.C., which is next to the Washington Post, which Mr. Bezos owns.
So you might have heard about this big contest to get a hub in your city. 200 cities competed for it. Because of that, New York City sweetened the pot. They gave tax breaks once this was built. They said, you're going to love it here. They made sure that it was something that Amazon wanted to go. Because when you have a first-round draft pick or the fastest-growing company in the country, you want to do whatever it takes to get here. Now, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez is among the high-profile politicians who staked their reputation on stopping Amazon because in her mind, she said we should use that $3 billion for other things. $3 billion in tax breaks doesn't mean you hold $3 billion. So she won. She actually believes that New York benefits by not bringing the fastest, most effective, the biggest company in the country to New York City. Listen to her.
I think it's incredible. I mean, it shows that everyday Americans still have the power to organize and fight for their communities, and they can have more say in this country than the richest man in the world. We were subsidizing those jobs. So for the city was paying for those jobs. So frankly, if we were willing to give Amazon if we were willing to give away $3 billion for this deal, we could invest those $3 billion in our district ourselves if we wanted to. We could hire out more teachers. We can fix our subways. We can put a lot of people to work for that money if we wanted to.
There's an expression, you got to spend money to make money.
We were going to make, it was $25 to $30 billion over the next 20 years. So what's $3 billion in tax breaks?
Do you know what that company would have done as it spread out? And also with the tech sector, it would have been attracted.
Every state is fighting for Amazon. Every state is fighting for
Mark Thiessen was as apoplectic as you can imagine. He saw this win by a Democratic governor and Democratic mayor as they brought this business to New York City. Here's how he breaks it down.
Ocasio-Cortez is a wrecking ball inside the Democratic Party, and as a conservative, I'm sitting here with popcorn watching it happen. I mean, this was a deal that was negotiated by the Democratic governor of New York, the Democratic mayor of New York, sponsored by Democratic legislators, and she comes in, the newly elected Democratic Socialist, and wrecks the deal. And creates such a hostile environment to the point that Amazon said, we don't want to work in this environment, we're gone. And they took 25,000 jobs with them. And just to show you how economically illiterate she is, she said the city was paying for those jobs. There's no $3 billion. So literally, she doesn't understand that there's not $3 billion. And the lesson for America is, if you like this, you'll love the Green New Deal.
Amazon said, fine, I'm out of here then. I'm not going to work in a state where I don't have full support. We don't want this. The governor's furious. The Democratic Party is split in New York because the governor wanted that. That'd be a big win for him.
Well, and they were going to, Amazon was going to contribute to the infrastructure. They were going to build schools, and 25,000 people in this region were going to get $150,000 a year jobs. Now, those jobs are heading elsewhere.
Newark, New Jersey says, please bring it here. We need it.